Hi everyone. So I've been meaning to change my channel for a while. I wasn't sure which direction to go into because the type of content, the type of things that I'm interested in are not going to get a lot of views. And so for a while I was doing things that I thought would garner more attention, but at the end of the day, there are so many important issues that need to be addressed. And I wanted to focus on creating my business and just going on with my life. But just yesterday, I got pulled over by a damn road pirate at gunpoint so he could steal my money. Now, some of you will say if you go over the speed limit, you deserve it. That is not the law. First of all, I didn't consent to the law in the first place. But let me show y'all what the actual law says because we're talking about Texas. We're not talking about in general because I don't know the laws of other states. Make sure y'all can actually see this. Let me go back to here's what it says. And this is Texas Transportation Code section 4, 5 point, I'm sorry, excuse me. Texas Transportation Code 545.351. An operator may not drive at a speed greater than is reasonable and prudent under the circumstances then existing. It doesn't matter what the law says. That's what the law says. But you guys would still say, "Oh, well, you should just be obedient like a damn slave." Right? This isn't about public safety. This is a money grab. They're constantly harassing people trying to steal their money, and then they act surprised when they pull you over at gunpoint, right? They think that you're supposed to be happy to see them. They're confused as to why you're so defensive. Because you have a gun in your damn hip and because you pulled me over by force. So, on top of constantly harassing people when they're trying to uh, buy groceries, when they're trying to go to work. By the way, I was trying to feed some cats before I went to work. So I feed the cats and then I'm driving to work, minding my business, and then this fucking scumbucket road pirate pulls me over, just fucking harassing people trying to steal their money, and it's theft. That's what it is. It's theft. It's legalized theft. They're stealing your money. They're terrorizing people. They're making us their damn slaves. Um, just what was it back in June? I told you I just bought this house, right? Before I was renting it, and now I just bought it back in I believe it. Yeah, it was at the end of October. I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact date when it was finalized. But anyway, there's a lot that is adjacent to my backyard, and a tree fell on my fence, right? And so I didn't know who the tree belonged to. I was trying to find out who the owner was. And then when I found out that it was owned by the city of Dallas, I'm like, oh shit. I didn't mean to. That was a slip. I didn't mean to tell y'all exactly where I live. But anyway, so the tree fell on my fence, and then I made several requests for them to remove the tree from my property. Um, I made a claim, and the claim was denied. Basically, I went through all the hoops that I was supposed to go through, and they just refused to do it. They refused to take care of their responsibility because they're the government. They're going to hide behind governmental immunity, and they're going to stick me with the bill of fixing a fence that was damaged by their damn tree. They're the ones who let that tree grow next to my fence and didn't do anything to take care of it. And then if I sue them, then they're going to act like I'm just a vexatious litigant. I'm just a bully. I'm just going around terrorizing. No, you're terrorizing me, right? So when you fuck up, when you tear up my damn property, you get away with it scot free. But when I do something wrong, if I go 5 miles over the damn speed limit, which I just showed y'all for those who just came in, there is no such thing as a speed limit in Texas. Let me go back and I'm gonna go back and show y'all because y'all just joined. But if I go over the speed limit, the supposed speed limit, now all of a sudden you want to. Now all of a sudden the law wants to be invoked. You didn't follow the damn law when you were tearing up my damn property, did you? So let me go back and show y'all who just got here. This is what the code says. This is, and I'm talking about Texas. I'm not talking about every other state because I don't know the laws of other states. This is Texas Transportation Code section 545-351. An operator may not drive at a speed greater than is reasonable and prudent under the circumstances then existing. There is no speed limit. Y'all keep, I mean, you know, people will say, "Oh, you deserved it. You shouldn't have done this." You don't know the damn law. This is what the law says. It's the law is that you have to drive at a reasonably prudent speed under the circumstances then existing. There is no speed limit. The speed limit is just a prima facie. Um, it may be used as prima facie evidence of what is reasonably prudent, but you can prove that okay, I went over the speed limit, but it was still reasonably prudent because I was not driving in an unsafe manner. First of all, I didn't harm anybody. There is a doctrine of corpus delicti. There is no victim. So again, for those of you who just joined, this is not about public safety. This is a money heist. They're trying to steal money from you at gunpoint. And just because they have the law on their side doesn't mean that it is valid. It's legalized theft. Now, like I said, they tore up my fence. They didn't fix it. I got stuck with hundreds of dollars to fix it myself. And then I'm actually going to have to sue them, but then they're going to act like they're the victim. They're going to claim immunity. So they destroyed my life. They denied me an occupational license, even though I graduated law school, even though I'm competent. Now I have to work a shitty job, a miserable existence. And there are people who are saying, oh, we need the government. You fucking slave bitch. We don't need, and I'm not sorry. I'm not trying to attack anybody specifically. But what I'm saying is, from my view, the government is my fucking enemy. So anyone who sides with the government and you're going to you're going to align yourself with my oppressors, no, then basically you're my oppressor too. Because the government is supposed to be based on the consent of the governed, right? Um, there is no consent. I never consented to this bullshit. These codes and statutes, I never consented to any of it. By the way, I did post a link, so I'm not going to be on here very long. But if anybody wants to join later, you can. Um, but the government has done nothing. I don't know. Maybe the government benefits you. The government does not benefit me at all. Maybe you think you need the government for protection. You would actually be better off saving the money that you're giving to the government and hiring a private militia because the government doesn't represent you anyway. The government doesn't protect you. There's so many crimes going on. There's people. I can't even go to the damn gas station without being panhandled. There's drug dealers. There's theft. There's this people wilding out, people driving on the wrong side of the street, um, people go. I mean, just all kind of recklessness, right? They're never around when those people are wreaking havoc. But when you're trying to go to work, where you're minding your business, now all of a sudden they're hiding in the bushes like a damn ambush, like a damn a fucking lion trying to stake out some damn prey, and they're going to steal your blood, sweat, and tears. And I would say that jurors are the last line of defense, but they're ignorant as hell. First of all, the jury pool is selected from registered voters. So that right there tells you who you're working with, right? You're not going to be an anarchist. You're very unlikely to be even a libertarian. You are a low life piece of shit. And you are on the side of the fucking government. You are my fucking enemy. And that's one of the things that I've made the mistake of doing before. I gave these jurors the benefit of a doubt to think that, oh, maybe they're not all the same. Maybe there's one intelligent person among the lot. No, they're all fucking dumb. They're all low like pieces of shit who are going to side with the government. So from now on, if I ever have a fucking jury case, I'm going to treat them as if they are my damn enemy. Because that what's the point of sucking up to them? That's what the prosecutor is going to do. The prosecutor is going to suck up to the damn jury in order to garner their favor, and they're going to throw you under the fucking bus. Even though I mean, If they had any damn sense, they would be siding with you because they're going to be on this side at some point. But no, they probably wouldn't because they would never fight for their own freedom. They don't believe in freedom, right? That's why they're on the jury in the first place. So I'm going to insult them and let them know what I think of them when I have the opportunity. Because once they issue their damn verdict, then you don't get to say anything. I'm going to let you know you are not a jury of my fucking peers. You're all a bunch of fucking idiots. And I'm not going to get a fair trial because you guys are fucking morons. You don't know shit about the damn law. um, I'm not allowed to present the law. So there's going to be a lot of gaps in the information that you're allowed to hear, and you're not intelligent enough to make inferences. So you are low life pieces of scum, and I know you're about to throw me under the bus. I don't trust you. I don't like you. Um, yeah, there are no pleasantries here. I already know what's about to happen. Go ahead and throw me under the bus so I can file my fucking appeal. um all governments are enemy of freedom and sovereignty. All governments are pure evil. Exactly, that's what I want people to understand. They think that the government is some nebulous entity that represents the common good. um and all these people want to talk about states' rights. This is what I want to talk to y'all about. So um the Texas government is running amok. They're going, first of all, I know this happens in every state. Every state, they go around harassing people, trying to steal their money at gunpoint. um but we can only do this one state at a time. So right now I'm focusing on Texas. There is a free state project going on in New Hampshire. I don't know how much progress they've made with that, but aside from them harassing people, and this is a police state. It's just so totalitarian. Um, they the property taxes are high. I mean, and they can say, well, I can leave Texas. I'm not the one who needs to leave Texas. These assholes who are making our lives fucking miserable, they're the ones who need to leave Texas, right? Um, I just think when I think about all the times that I'm depressed, every time I have some type of anxiety, it usually has something to do with the fucking government. I feel so fucking powerless. They can do whatever the fuck they want, and get away with it. And the courts are not going to do anything to help you. And you can't even turn to the fucking people because the people are fucking cowards. They're so fucking useless. They're scary, scared little bitches. So you can't fight the system by yourself. And so because they're too cowardly and feckless, you're left to fend for yourself. So what kind of life is this shit? And then you're not even man enough to fight for your own freedom, and then you're just going to continue pumping out babies to be slaves, just like your cowardly, scary ass. Why would you even want to be a damn parent? Why would you want to dump another child into the system when you're too much of a bitch to even stand up for yourself as a fucking man? Okay, so they are the enemy of the people, right? And so they want to they this is the way Greg Abbott and Kim Paxton want to frame the issue. They're making it seem like they're the good ones, like they're just trying to do their job and enslave us, and the mean old federal government is trying to infringe on states' rights. First of all, states don't have rights. States only have duties and obligations. Only human beings have rights. That is under natural law. Now, I want to go. Okay, so let me make sure y'all can see it because the last time I did this a live stream, y'all couldn't even see what I was talking about. Here we go. This is the 10th Amendment. This is what they always defer to. The 10th Amendment says the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited to it by the states, are reserved by the states, respectively, or to the people. They always leave out the part where it says or to the people. They always want to assume that all power is given to the states, that the states have general police powers. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and the federal government should never step in under any circumstances. And for those of you who are black, I want to remind you that it was the federal government which ended slavery. It was the states that were clinging on to this shit. So the states are more tyrannical than the federal government. Between the states and the federal government, I would choose the federal government all day, every day. The states are the ones that control your daily life, whether you eat, sleep, or shit. They're the ones making our lives miserable. They're the one imposing the property taxes, all of these codes. They're the ones spying on you when you're trying to go to work or to buy groceries. They're the ones harassing you, pulling you over at gunpoint. Um, Now let's go to the Ninth Amendment because I this is the one that I want y'all to focus on. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Now, for whatever reason, the Ninth Amendment is always disregarded. It's the forgotten constitutional amendment. Nobody thinks that human beings have any rights. They think that the states are all powerful, all knowing, and all good. The states are basically their God. And by the way, I need to be aligning with Christians, even though I'm not a Christian, because this is spiritual. It's spiritual warfare. These people are demonic. They get off on. They're sadistic. They like making people suffer. They love it. They basically what they're doing is they want to see how far they can go before the people fucking wake up and actually do something. So the fact that people haven't done anything, the fact that they're so cowardly, being that is implicit consent. They're thinking, oh, well, if they really hated this, then they would do something about it. Of course, they're not going to do anything about it. They're scary little bitches. So it's just like, a man will do whatever you allow him to do. If you're a woman and you're getting exploited, the man wants to see how far he can get you to go, how far you can degrade yourself. What are you going to do to make this man happy? Are you willing to, get gang banged? Are how far are you willing to go to sacrifice yourself in order to make this fucking man happy? And that's basically what the government is doing. The government is trying to turn you into their bitch. They're trying to pimp you out. They're trying to make you their fucking slaves. And they're getting away with this shit. This is no way to live. Stand up for yourself as a fucking human being. Get some fucking self-respect. And yo, I'm not the only one, and I know some of you, maybe you don't know the law, but I'm going to be addressing that too. I'm going to be teaching you all some tactics for getting these tickets dismissed. But at the end of the day, they don't follow the law anyway. So what difference does it make? And we have this whole doctrine of judicial supremacy. We're supposed to have co-equal branches of government, but no, everyone defers to the fucking judiciary. The fucking judiciary gets the final say in all things. So almost, I mean, there's some good qualities about Trump. Um, I, I'm not, obviously I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Jill Stein, but at this point I'm an anarchist, so I'm not going to be voting for anybody. But one of the things that I did like about Donald Trump is that he did stand up to the judiciary. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was throwing shade at him, and he called her senile. He said her mind was shot. Um, and then when I forget what the case was, but he basically said that our last line of defense is the Second Amendment, and people were saying, "Oh, he's inciting violence." No, that is the whole purpose of the Second Amendment. That is our last line of defense. Now we have all these fucking morons who want to take away our fucking guns so you can be fucking sitting ducks for the damn government. Then who's going to protect you and your damn family? Look, read the fucking Second Amendment. What does it say? It's about private militias. At the time that the Second Amendment was founded or promulgated, we had no standing military. We had no standing police force. All we had were private militias. Now we don't have any fucking private militias. Who's going to protect you when this fucking economy collapses and the government is um they're going to be scrambling for themselves, but who's going to protect you? Okay, let me take a drink real quick. So I don't know. I don't know what your personal experiences are with the government. I don't have any positive experiences with the government. And I tag some government officials in the state of Texas. So I don't know. Maybe I'm probably putting a target on my back by doing this. I don't give a fuck because I feel like the target is already on my back. And the Supreme Court basically passed a rule. What y'all don't know is that the Supreme Court, they passed these rules which have the same legal effect as statutes, right? The same legal force as a statute without any real public oversight because nobody even knows that this is going on besides attorneys. But they can give people immunity, they can change substantive law, and they get away with this shit because like I said, we do have the doctrine of judicial supremacy. The courts get away with whatever the fuck they want to do. First of all, courts are not supposed to have jurisdiction unless there's a case or controversy. So for them to be sitting behind a bench creating all these damn rules, and so they created these rules because I wrote. I'm really giving myself away. I'm really doxing myself. You don't know who I am, but they know who the fuck I am. And by even doing this live stream, I'm going to be putting a huge target on my damn back. So I wrote them a letter exposing their corruption, because they claim that they have inherent authority to regulate the practice of law. So based on this so-called inherent authority, they have been raising hell. I mean, denying people law licenses, just changing substantive law. Um, let me go back to this the Constitution. Let's. I want to make sure y'all can see it because I didn't do that the last time. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. So they think that the only rights we have are the enumerated rights, right? So the rights that we had under natural law, they want to disregard those altogether. Um, and so how can you have inherent authority when so we only have rights that are enumerated, right? But then the state has authority which is not enumerated. How the fuck does that work? No, you only have enumerated authority. You have no rights. You only have duties. So how can you have inherent authority to regulate anything and to pass these laws, which are called rules, to fucking change substantive law? So what they did is they passed these rules, and if this was a statute, this would be a bill of attainder. You can't. The legislature does not have the power to change laws to target a specific person, but because it's the Supreme Court, they can pass these rules to target me specifically, and they pass these rules to keep me out of the practice of law. They knew that I was a fucking threat, and they knew that if I ever got my fucking law license, I was coming for them. So they concocted this plan to keep me out of the fucking practice of law. And you know what? I'm going to be doing another live stream because I want to show y'all I'm not making this up. There is a fucking conspiracy. The Texas government does not represent us. They are running amok. They are exceeding their constitutional authority. These people are despots. They're tyrannical. So I don't know why they even needed to pass that stupid rule to keep me out because they weren't going to give me a fucking law license anyway. The fucking bar exam is a fucking scam. It's a very expensive scam. It's offered once every 6 months. You're supposed to put your entire life on hold. You're supposed to not work. You're supposed to put. There are people who have taken mortgages out on the home to pay for the enormous expenses of taking the fucking bar exam. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fucking practice of law. It's just a fucking scam to root out the people who they don't want practicing law. So you go through law school, you get all this fucking debt, and then they can just keep you out. It's fine. I don't want your fucking raggedy ass law license anyway. I don't want to be corrupt like you. You think I want your skull and bones fucking certificate so I can go around oppressing people? All attorneys are fucking scum. I hate every last one of them. And the judges are even worse. So if you are a fucking attorney, you are my fucking enemy. None of you represent the fucking people. If you represented the fucking people, you wouldn't be a fucking attorney in the first place. Um, you were thoroughly brainwashed in law school. I was thoroughly brainwashed. And I don't know how, well, I do know how I was able to deprogram myself because I went down a different path. Things didn't work out for me. And so I researched it. And then I found out that this whole damn thing is a fucking scam. If I would have had things easy, if I would have just had smooth sailing and got my law license, I probably would have never woken the fuck up. I would have just been another money chaser in a fucking suit terrorizing people just like these raggedy ass attorneys. So I see I'm losing people and I'm starting to get very congested, so I don't think I'm going to be on here very long. But the purpose of this live stream is that I am planning to create an anarchist party. Now I hear that there are some anarchists in Keene, Texas. I don't know any of these people. I need to get linked up with these people. We need to actually stop running our mouths on YouTube and social media. We need to get out on the streets and start raising hell. We need to start educating people about their damn rights. We need to start standing out in front of municipal courts, teaching people about jury nullification. Um, we need to be doing all these things. We need feet on the ground to actually push back against this tyrannical system. Now, I know I'm talking about my own personal experiences, but like I said, you all have your own personal experiences with the government, right? The fucking government doesn't even think that you should have reproductive freedom over your own damn body. They have created so much chaos. They're telling women that they can't get an abortion. They're going to be the ones to decide whether you should get an abortion. They're going to tell you what you should do with your own damn body. Even Ken Paxton wants to recriminalize sodomy. So they want to get all up in your bedroom. They want to see who the hell you're fucking. They want to tell you what kind of sex you can and can't have. And the reason is they want heterosexuality so that they can produce more fucking slaves. They don't want you aborting any fucking children. They want more fucking slaves to fucking pay taxes to them and obey their tyrannical system. So you can be a dumbass if you want to. You can continue popping out babies to be fucking slaves for this bullshit system if you want to. But when you do that shit, it's your damn fault. Now, Kanye West said that slavery was a choice. It is a fucking choice, especially when you continue pumping out babies for this fucking oppressive system and you're not doing shit to protect your own fucking children. Again, they're going to pretend that under the 10th Amendment, they have the right to control your whole fucking life. No, the state is not sovereign. The people are fucking sovereign. And again, I know I'm putting a fucking target on my back, but now that I'm doing, you know what? Since I'm putting a target on my back, I'm not feeling well today. Um, but I'm going to be doing more live streams, and I am going to fucking cam up. And I may even use my own my government name because I want everyone to know who the fuck I am. They know who the fuck I am anyway. They're going to be watching this shit. I already tagged them in this damn video. They're going to be able to put two and two together and figure out who the fuck I am. I'm the one who's been suing the damn government. I'm the one who's been causing so much damn chaos. But I'm just getting fucking started. Once I link up with some anarchists throughout Texas, we're really going to start raising hell. And I know I called my channel the Black Anarchist. I really couldn't figure out what else to call it. I don't give a shit what color you are. If you're a fucking anarchist, then to me, you are my best friend. If you are a fucking statist scum, then you are my fucking enemy. It is what it is. So I don't give a shit what color you are. If you're I don't even care if you're an illegal immigrant, right? You want to come over here and get on welfare, fuck it. Get on fucking welfare. They don't want that shit. They want you to be a fucking slave. How dare you get on welfare? How dare you extract money that we want appropriated so that we can use that money to live in a lack of luxury and go live in these expensive mansions. All these government officials are extremely wealthy. You can't even be a damn governor or an attorney general or get on the fucking Supreme Court without an extreme amount of wealth. And most of them are fucking attorneys. How the fuck did you become wealthy as a fucking attorney? You must have been doing a lot of scheming and dealing in order to become wealthy as a fucking attorney. You must have been a scumbag ambulance chaser charging people fucking $800 an hour and shit. You are an enemy to the fucking people. You're supposed to be. I went to law school so that I could protect the people, so that I could fight against this. You went to law school so that you could become wealthy and oppress your own fucking people. You scumbag piece of shit. The entire system has to be dismantled if we are to actually have some type of freedom. Well, it does need to be that. Okay, and that's where I'm going. That is the purpose of this live stream, because some people will say that I'm extreme, I'm being unrealistic. No, I'm not. I'm not being unrealistic. I'm not being unrealistic at all. Make sure y'all can see it. This is the Texas Constitution Bill of Rights. And what I want you all to pay attention to is Section 2, Inherent Political Power, Republican Form of Government. It says, all political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority. I mean, I want y'all to take note of that. It's based on our authority. It's based on our consent. So if you consent to this bullshit, then you are a fucking slave and you are enslaving me. You can be a slave all the fuck you want, but you don't have any right to fucking enslave me. Let me start all over again. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit. I'm trying to figure out where the hell did I ever benefit from this bullshit. The faith of the people of Texas stands pledged. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sick and I still got to go to work, but I'm going to get through this live stream. The faith of the people of Texas stands pledged to the preservation of a Republican form of government, and subject to this limitation only, they have at all times the inalienable right to alter, reform, or abolish their government in such manner as they may think expedient. Now, I'm talking about the government of Texas, right? But this applies at the federal level too. You have a right to overthrow your government. I don't know what the fucking insurrection is. Maybe you don't have the right to violently overthrow the government, but you do have a right to overthrow the government. It's based on consent. It's based on a social contract. So if you don't consent to this bullshit, then you have a right to fucking abolish the fucking government. That is the fucking law. And if you don't have the right to overthrow your fucking government, then it's not a fucking democracy. It's not a Republican form of government. This is fucking tyranny. Would it have gotten this bad if people didn't tolerate just about? Um. Well, this is the question. It's like a question of what came first, the chicken or the egg. The problem is that people, just like John Jacques Rousseau wrote. Excuse me, y'all. I had some halls, but I forgot to take it. The people become degenerate because of their dependence on government. So, because you're so dependent on the government, you never had an opportunity to learn the difference between right and wrong on your own. You never had an opportunity to become self-sufficient. You never had an opportunity to learn how to defend yourself. You never had an opportunity to grow your own vegetables. You never had an opportunity to raise your own damn children. You never had an opportunity to educate yourself. You were a slave from birth. So, to answer your question, um, they were born into it, right? I mean, this didn't happen overnight. This was a very slow process. They slowly encroached upon our freedoms, and people did nothing because they thought it wasn't a big deal. They thought, oh, it's just this. It's just this one little thing. And over time, you have completely abdicated your sovereignty. You completely turned it over to the government, and you became the government's bitch. And then you continue popping out babies so that your children can also be the government's bitch. And you did absolutely nothing to stop them. And then when people like me try to actually fight against the system, what do they call me? They call me an angry black man. They said I was radical, I was extreme. I need to get over it. I just need to get a job and just work and be a fucking slave like them. Um, because when I first started this shit, I was in graduate school, right? I wasn't working, but then oh, you just need to get a job and then everything will be fine. Okay, I'm still being fucking harassed by the fucking police. The government is did not take care of their my fence when it fell their tree fell on my fucking fence and I had to spend all that money to get it fixed. They're still going to get away with murder. I can't sue them and actually have the courts uphold the damn law. So I'm still a fucking slave. And getting a fucking job didn't do shit. I want to focus on creating my own business right now. But in the middle of that, I'm getting pulled over by a fucking road pirate at gunpoint. And then there's people who think this shit is okay. They're going to sit on a jury, and because they're fucking slaves, they think I should be a fucking slave too. I should just accept it. No, I don't fucking accept this shit. What I'm going to do is create a fucking anarchist party, and we're going to get people together and we're going to work tirelessly to fucking overthrow the fucking Texas government. That is our inalienable right under the Constitution. By the way, our rights don't come from the Constitution. The Constitution is only an enumeration of certain rights. These are our rights under national law. So it's not a constitutional right, it is a right under natural law. So, I know everyone isn't going to catch this live stream. Maybe you can catch the replay. What I'm looking for, I'm going to be starting a nonprofit. In order to have a nonprofit, you need two, you need three, but I'm including myself in this. I'm going to need two directors to start the Anarchist Party of Texas. Hopefully, we can spread it throughout the rest of the country. But just to get started, just to kick it off, we're going to start the Anarchist Party here in Texas. I need two other directors. And I just changed my channel. My email address is the black anarchist, at gmail.com. So if you want to be a director, I'm going to go ahead and follow nonprofit. Excuse me. And then we're going to start raising money. And I know the libertarians think that they're doing something special. You ain't doing jack shit. And I tag the Libertarian Party of Texas too. They're not doing jack shit. When people see the word anarchy, they see it as an actual threat. Fucking libertarian, fucking this incrementalist bullshit. No. And I was even talking to my brother. He said, why would you want to call it the Anarchist Party? Why don't you call it the Freedom Party? That anarchy sounds so damn radical. It does sound radical, and that's the point. We need to be shaking things up, right? When I hear the word anarchy, they're going to see us as a threat. They already see me as a threat, but at this point, it's just me doing it along. And I took a little detour because I got tired of it. I fought this system for years. I put my life on hold. And I thought, oh, if I got some media attention, people would wake the fuck up and they would actually help me. Nobody fucking helped me. I had a little bit of help here and there. There was even a state senator who helped me, and then they got rid of him. But we're going to be doing this shit for real because at that point I was only fighting against the bar association. Now I'm fighting against the whole damn system. So let's go. Exactly. Let's go. I need 2 directors, and then I'm going to form the anarchist party. Then I'm going to start raising money, and then we're going to get more and more people, and then we're going to do what we can to overthrow the fucking Texas government, abolish this fucking system. It needs to be nipped in the bud, pulled up by the roots. The entire fucking system is fucking corrupt. Now, I don't know what we're going to do to replace it. We'll deal with that once we get there. But we need to root out this evil at its root. Um, and and I know y'all may have misconceptions about what anarchy is. Anarchy is not about no government at all. It's about illegitimate government. It's about government which is not based on consent. I never consented to these fucking bullshit codes and statutes. And this shit is making my life a living hell, and I want to do something about it. So that's what anarchy is about. It's about eliminating illegitimate government. So you if you I mean, if you're a scary little bitch and you think you need the government to protect you, that's on you. I'm not a scary little bitch. The government's not protecting me anyway. I would rather keep my money and use it to hire a fucking private militia that actually represents me, not some fucking corrupt bullshit system which is going to enslave me. So, for all the government officials who want to put a fucking target on my back, you know who the fuck I am. I probably already sued your raggedy ass. Um, but these corrupt courts don't fucking enforce the law anyway. So who? I mean, at most, you wait. Maybe the attorney general's office had to spend hours defending themselves. I don't even know why you even waste your time defending yourselves. You're going to win anyway because you're the fucking government. You know good and damn well that the court is going to side on your favor. So why do you go through so much trouble of defending yourself when you know you're going to fucking win anyway? So, anyway, my email address is theblackanarchist@gmail.com. If anyone wants to be a founding member of the Anarchist Party of Texas, now is your opportunity. This is not a dictatorship. Anybody who wants to be a member, we all have equal say. This is not about me. When I'm dead and gone, hopefully there will be other people to pick up the slack and we can continue this on. So I'm just the one who's getting this shit started. Somebody should have done this shit a long time ago, but change starts with the man in the mirror. So go ahead and email me if you want to be a director, and we can start getting things going. Y'all have a good day.